What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of
The Breakdown.
Yes, in sync in time. Not just like in sync with just in time and all this other, not like the band.
I'm getting better.
We can't say in sync because we might get censored from YouTube reusing their name in sync. There were old Warner might attack us. They've been attacking everybody.
Probably. But this week, what are we talking about?
We're talking about art, but specifically album art.
Cool album art.
Because even though it may not make or break an album, it can definitely make a good album better with cool art.
Mm-hmm. Or it could get someone to listen to it in general, even if they don't know your band.
Yeah, I always went lie back in the old days, like going to Tower Records, the record store, and you just like flip through the CDs or cassettes, and you see them like, whoa, who's this band? Yeah, I won't lie. That totally book by cover. But back then, it's like people, they actually took pride in their album art, you know, like, like the vinyls, cassettes, and CDs, like that you were buying the whole package.
It's true.
Like now CDs are just kind of like, you got a sleeve of their front cover. You don't even get like a photo like pamphlet. Like
I know. I miss that so much. I loved the little booklets. Now it's like, oh, a piece of paper, or it just opens up and that's it.
Like it was a complete package. You literally got like so much in there, and not even that. Like also the CD was like CD enhanced, so you could put it in your computer and get like access to cool shit.
Yep.
And then there's like sometimes they had hidden stuff behind the tray of the CD, and you can look. It was back in the day. Back in the day.
The good old days.
Kids don't understand that now. But that's what we're talking about. Album art that was cool. And even some newer bands that still have some cool album art right now. They do. With vinyl coming back.
Yeah.
They're doing some cool album art, and I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, like I'm not going to put them as one of my this week because we talked about it last week, but Mammoth WVH's album cover is pretty sweet.
Yeah, crab people, 100%. Crab people.
Huge crab doesn't grab your attention, then I don't know what does.
Get it? Crab grabbing your attention.
Look at us go.
Dad puns for days. Let's get the party rolling. Let's go. Let's talk about your memorable album art.
So my
critique.
My first memorable album cover is Steve Vai's Passion and Warfare.
I'm just picturing his face already on it. He makes the most weirdest.
He is on it. He is on it.
Like always.
I just remember us like growing up and thinking and I have this on vinyl, and it's a clear vinyl, and it's so freaking cool. Let me pull it up. Share my screen. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Okay, that's cool. There it is.
Yeah, that is so Steve Vai.
In all its beauty. It is very Steve Vai. There's just so much going on. It's so vibrant and wild, and I love it. Like if I would have wanted that as a poster back in the day for sure.
I want that as a shirt. Like that's so legit.
Yeah, I would wear this as a shirt too. Like there's like fairies, and then there's like evil fairies down at the bottom, and there's flowers and fire, and it's like good versus evil. There's like pirate flags, and his guitar is crazy, of course.
That you had that on vinyl too?
Yes, I
That's so where is it? What's up? Why didn't you show it? Jesus Christ, back
I
then.
know I should have all my vinyl are boxed up, but I found it. I was in Austin at Waterloo Records and I had never seen this on vinyl. And I saw it. I'm like, "Ah, I have to get
How much
this."
was it?
It was pretty reasonable. I think it was like 25 to 30.
That's so cheap.
Yeah. Um,
Damn.
yeah. So I was like, I have to get this. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna pack it, but we'll figure it out. Totally worth it. Clear vinyl, amazing artwork, sold.
That's legit.
Yes. So that's my number one. And
God
it's
bless Steve I.
yeah. Probably my favorite one that well, one of my like top favorites that I'm gonna share today. Um, Good old Steve I.
Picturing his face now as he's as soon as he touches the guitar, it's just like he's making a kissy face.
Oh gosh.
I'm pretty sure what he does with the guitar is not legal. Like this, I feel like I think the guitar is violated. Just the amount of sexual faces he's everything. I don't know. That's
He's
weird.
into it, he's feeling it.
I'm questioning. I was feeling it, and then there's just like straight up whatever he's doing to the guitar behind it.
Oh gosh.
um, my first pick is definitely my all-time favorite band, but this album artwork was so like on point, simple, classy, and stood out. Avenged Sevenfold's White Album, dubbed the White Album though, but what about this one?
Yes.
Classic, just white and black bat, boom, simple, so simple.
Wait,
I loved it for
I
that.
think this is I'm pretty positive this is the album that like the first thing I did when my best friend got her driver's license. She picked me up and we went to Walmart and bought this.
Like it's very simple, strong. I loved it. First one I did like their go back. Waking the Fallen was what really caught me. That was how I found them by act. This was definitely a classic case of judging a book by its cover. I was at Tower Records and saw Waking the Fallen and saw this Avenged Sevenfold with the skull bat on there. And I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. I'm gonna check them out. But I like the simplicity of it. Sticks out. It's strong. I think more bands can pull it off and should do it off. I mean, what else do you need? Get your logo. If you have a great logo, boom, that's it.
The thing is you just got to make sure you have a good logo.
True. They got lucky and came up with an iconic logo that people are complaining about Overkill, an older 80s band. And it even pops up Overkill Avenged Sevenfold. Because they have the death bat-ish. So that's always been argued about for their logo, but it's still different. And like theirs is like, I would say more demonic.
Yeah.
Very more evil, demonic looking. As theirs is just a skull with wings straight forward. That's it.
Which band came first?
Overkill. Oh, Overkill for sure. They're from the 80s, yeah. They've been around. They're like one of the thrashcore people back with Metallica back in the day.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, their logo is more like an actual bat looking thing.
Yeah, or Avenged Sevenfold, it's like it's always been like a stamp. Like it looks just like you know, flat, not and like a creature, an actual creature, more just like an actual logo.
Yes, yeah, agreed.
But I love that. I still love that album artwork.
All right. Who am I gonna do next? We'll do this one since I feel like a lot of the records that I chose, like it has a similar style of art, but this one doesn't. So we'll do this one first. And of course, no surprises here. This is a Van Halen album. Van Halen, 1984.
Fuck yes.
How can you go wrong with
I knew you were gonna bring up a Van Halen. I love this album artwork.
You can't go wrong with the baby angel smoking. Like I
wanted to get that as a tattoo for so long too.
Yes, that would be.
I love that
tattoo.
That whole album's a fucking banger. That's my favorite album, hands down.
Yeah, this is definitely a top for me too.
That was another one that turned me on because my dad gave me that as a cassette, and I have that on cassette still. And I was just like, this is so cool.
Yeah, just the album artwork is so great, and it pairs well with the album. It really would make a great tattoo. I think you should do it.
I love that art. I've been in love with that one forever, and it's been on my mind to get that one, especially because like the whole track listing on that is just like, I don't know. I mean I do love Van Halen 1, but just 1984 was just like that was my first tape I got of Van Halen, so that was what turned me on to them.
So it's like it's a little bit more meaningful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like babies make iconic albums.
Oh yeah,
the Nirvana cover. There's just other ones too. But
yeah, I wish though they would have opened, like the first track should have been Hot for Teacher. Like that should have been the intro track for this album. Just having that drums.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been a killer opening. Wow.
Hey, we're back. Give me something to ride on.
Yeah. Missed out. Still good album though.
Classy. I would like to have that. I would like to have that on vinyl too. Oh God, finding that original vinyl, fuck, it must be worth money. You know what? Let's see how much it is.
Has it, but I don't have it.
Let's find out. When in doubt, Google. When in doubt, Google.
They're probably a lot more now. I just feel like everything Van Halen is probably going to go up in price, which stresses me out.
Here we go, 1984, original vinyl. Not original, not reprint, fuckers. I don't want to reprint. Is it original though? Is this original? Because they have to show the copyright date on there. Oh fuck, this might be real.
That's not too bad.
$69, that's pretty good. That's clutch.
I've definitely paid more for an album, so that's solid.
And I don't know if this one, I like some of the vinyl back in the day. They did really cool stuff like in the sleeves of it too, for the discs. That's really good condition. If that's real, that's a good deal. I may hop on that because that's a great iconic vinyl to have. Save that
listing.
Yeah, like hey, can you send that to me right now? My chat. Sick. Then I'm gonna hop on one that I actually have the vinyl, original vinyl, and that is Iron Maiden Live After Death.
Yes, I feel like you could pick any Iron Maiden album.
This is like one of my original vinyls, and this thing is so fucking cool. Like the amount of work they put inside this thing is so awesome. Like even on the, like what I talked about, like from the inside sleeves of everything, like so
love that.
So cool. And still all the lyrics to all the freaking songs they played for this live album. So awesome. I've taken great care of this thing, and I'm proud to have this as an original. Like, I want this as a t-shirt too, because like that is great as a t-shirt.
Oh,
Um, but this album, that was my first. I have it on cassette too, but I remember when I found this album, um, uh, back before, like, I would say like in the early 2000s, around like between 99 and like 2003. Um, that's when like going to flea markets and stuff,
mm-hmm.
the prime time to find vinyl. Like, it was dirt cheap to find vinyl at flea markets. People were selling them for like $5, $10, maybe $20 max, or
Mm-hmm.
swap meets. It's always been a joke. White people go to swap meets, you know, ghetto people go to flea markets.
Swap meets. I've seen it.
But like the early 2000s were a great time to find vinyl, and that's how I found all these vinyls. I think I paid like $10 for 3 vinyls or something like that, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And my mom would always give me like, I don't know, $25 to buy whatever I want from the flea market.
I love that. So
And
good.
I found some cool stuff. I have original vinyl Jimi Hendrix Experience, Home Sweet Home, Theater of Pain, Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever,
Nice.
Cinderella, bunch. I have a few different Scorpion ones. I have original Rat too,
Ooh.
all original, all from finding them at flea markets when no one was playing vinyl anymore, and no one thought vinyl would be like a comeback.
Yeah, you're on top of it. You're ahead of the game. The resurgence.
And I still have my original cassette tapes too. I'm getting a feeling that, I mean, people already started doing that. Bands are making cassettes again.
Yep. I know. I've bought a few. I still have my cassettes, but like not good ones. All right, my next pick is the Rolling Stones. Some Girls.
Whoa, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and when you buy it and you take out the sleeve, like it'll move the faces.
No way, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that like there's different versions that have different faces, if I'm not mistaken. Rolling Stones fans, do not come at me if I'm wrong, but I think there are different versions. Let me see. I pulled it up because like they look different. Like there's this white one. There's just so much going on and I love it. And I like that it moves.
That's
Like,
so cool.
yeah.
See, like, again, that goes back to the creativity of buying an album and like what you're getting for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I wasn't into the Rolling Stones, or if it was a different band, if they weren't so big or whatever, I like this would probably make me just want to buy the album just because I think the album art is that cool. Let's see. Yeah, there's like whole box sets. Might have been a yellow version too. Who knows? Like the options are endless with this one.
Huh. I just saw it said Walmart.com Rolling Stones t-shirt. I had it on there. But speaks of like convenience stores and stuff like that. I was at Target today. And you know, you walk by the t-shirt section, they had a Slipknot branded logo at Target. I'm like, what?
Yes, I was okay. I went to Target today and I was thinking that too. I'm like, how freaking wild that there's a Slipknot t-shirt at Target.
Household name brand now. You can buy Slipknot at Target for $12.99.
Yeah. So yeah, they had a ton of like Rolling Stones and Beatles, but Slipknot, I was like, wow, did not expect this one.
Making money everywhere they can.
Yeah, no kidding.
My next one was one of my first CDs I got, and that's Godsmack's first self-titled album. Iconic image, girl with a bunch of piercings.
Oh yes.
Classic. This is their best album art ever of their albums. Love it. I am so glad that I was so in love with their logo with the sun, the tribal sun, and that I was like forever in my mind. I'm like, I'm gonna get this as a tattoo when I'm older, and I'm gonna be cool. I'm so glad I never got that as a tattoo. But I would practice drawing that sun logo all the time and just do it on all my notebooks in school.
Mm-hmm.
But I love this album. And inside of it, I used to have the CD, the original one, and it was really cool. The booklet had all these cool photos of them doing concerts. Like there's this one photo of Sully singing at a festival, and he's wearing a giant fur hat. Just one of those giant pop-up fur hats, just singing at a festival. Like, I don't know, cool stuff like that is what made buying CDs, like when they included cool photos that you couldn't find on, well, now you can't probably find online unless you still have the CD.
Yeah. It didn't make it worth it. I literally just posted on Instagram about Van Halen, and I was like, look at these photos from the booklet. They're so cool. It's like BTS stuff from the studio that you like typically, like back then you definitely wouldn't have got because there wasn't social media or anything. But my next one is a newer band. We've talked about them before, Teenage Wrist. Their album Earth is a Black Hole came out in February, I think, and this is the album art, and I love it. It reminds me of back when I was a kid, and my parents had this book that I froze.
No, I said, did you do drugs when you were listening to this?
Yes, no. No, but there's like this book, and you like are supposed to like look at it cross-eyed and then slowly like pull it back, and the page is supposed to like move. That's what this reminds me of. Like, I feel like if you look at it really close, cross-eyed, and pull away, it'll start moving. Maybe it will. I haven't tried it yet.
Or just do drugs.
Or do that.
Let's make it easier.
But this is a fantastic album, probably one of my favorite releases of this year. And yeah, I like how it's kind of collagey. Like, it looks like someone just cut different things and pasted them together. But it works.
Yes, exactly. Like, what is that? In the bottom, it looks like that's like a mushroom cloud thing. Like, yeah, then people dancing. And, oh, hello.
Just like on top of an ocean, and then there's like some like stained glass kind of deal thing. I don't know.
I really someone's doing it right now. Someone's on acid and looking at this album cover right now.
Probably. It makes for a great visual. Like, I think they do stuff with, like, I think it like moves for like those Spotify videos when you play the song. So it's very nice. What you got next?
I'm going back to another childhood great. This one was another one. I have this actual CD of it, but I didn't want to dig through all my boxes trying to find it. I kept it. And it's the Mark, Tom, and Travis show live. The best live album in the whole flipping world. This was great. I tricked my grandma to buy this for me when I was a kid. And inside of it was so cool. They had all these picture cartoon drawing. Oh, even in the back was funny too.
Oh my
like
God.
all the cartoons are reading it. Travis, I'm pregnant.
That is wild.
It was great. And the album art inside of it was cool as well. It was like snapshots of like their whole tour and everything. This was definitely one of the best albums. I love the CD artwork too. On the
Mhm.
inside, purplish pink with their heads going around it. So great. Here it is. So they had a pamphlet of like that tour they did it on with all their photos and everything.
That's cool. I love
So great.
the drawings of them too.
This was a great live album. It's still great to listen to. And it's like I remember just like going through it as a kid and it's like looking at all these little cartoons. I'm like, this is freaking legit.
It is. I that this is not the Blink 182 album I thought you were gonna bring up, but this is definitely a good one.
Which one did you think I was gonna pop up? Emma of the State.
Yeah.
You know what?
Wow.
That is so sexist, Rebecca. Just because there is a female with her
That
her chest coming undone. That is so sexist.
I
I am horribly offended. You know, I am so offended that you thought this was gonna be my pick. God, Jesus. Wait, I didn't even show it. Dang it. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Here we go. I am so horribly offended.
Yeah.
God.
I really thought that's what we were gonna get, but I guess
God.
not.
Jesus. You know what? If this is you know what? Sexism.
You caught me. This is gonna play well into my next one. So this is not an album cover, but it's just like too good not to show. And I'm wearing it on my t-shirt, but I'll pull it up. It is of Limbo's cover art for their song Get On It.
I love that t-shirt, by the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Pull it up really big, but let me see.
That is great.
Here, we'll just do a nice slow scroll for you. Like that. So this is all of the band members, and it's just there's just so much greatness going on with this. So good. I wish it would let me click it, but yeah, here it is in all its glory. And I'm pretty sure Jake of the band did this. I'm sure he did.
So great. That's like the best t-shirt, best buy t-shirt you could ever gotten.
I know. I saw it. I'm like, I have to buy this. But yeah, that's just a cover for the single. So who knows what. I actually bought their last, well, it was their EP. And it had cool artwork, but they drew like if you were in the top whatever people who bought it first, they sent a drawing and they drew a picture of me. It was crazy.
That's legit.
Yeah, it was wild. And it came in the CD like behind, they like put it in the CD case behind the CD. I like opened it up and I was like, wait a second. This is me. Super cool.
You should stand up so everyone can see the t-shirt too. Do they still have that for sale?
Yes.
So you could buy that right now. You could be a cool kid because that is pretty fucking cool.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I wore it to one of my personal trainings, and my trainer was like, "Oh my God, please let me show this to everyone."
I'm gonna go on new album. Definitely one of my favorite album artworks of the recents, because album artwork is kind of dying. It's a dying breed right now. It's not really getting like that value. One, the physical value of buying something, but just like the overall impression. These dudes came out beginning of the year. Definitely the hype was real for this album. Architects for those that wish to exist. Love this artwork. I kind of want this as like a painting. I want to hang this thing up because that's really cool. Like just an astronaut, lonely, in a church, emptiness, looking out through an empty stained glass window, wondering, where's everybody? What am I doing? Can I pee in this suit? I don't know.
Oh god.
But I love it. This matched, like this was like a great album art that also matched the whole theme of the album. So it was like a great cohesiveness. I love this.
Mhm.
This is art, 100%. Like artwork. Like, so
I
kudos to whoever made this design.
Yeah, I did really like how it like went. It actually went with the album and like the story they were telling. Because sometimes I feel like the album artwork can be so random, and it doesn't
Like Steve I.
exactly.
But Steve I is so random, so it goes with it.
Yeah, so like that works for him, but in some cases maybe the randomness might not work for an artist.
But their art has always been kind of good too, as well. Maybe not for the previous album. Oop, hey, there you go. Keeping that open. But that one is definitely my favorite of their artwork they've done, and one of my top faves, I would say, of recent years.
Hmm. So my next one's gonna be a new band, Crown Lands. If you like classic rock, you'll like them. Honestly, if you like Rush, I think they have major Rush vibes. I was listening to them earlier, but
Today's Tom Sawyer, slap of the bass.
yeah,
Slap
like
of the bass.
if you're into that, Tom Sawyer, you'll probably like them.
Oh, you
But
sound like a leprechaun. Slap of the bass.
I love this album cover so much so that I did a little photo shoot with it. So here it is. It's their self-titled album. I have it on vinyl, obviously. It's a splatter. But here it is. It just goes really well with their vibe. I love the colors and just like
That is cool. I like that.
the like nature setting of it, because it very much flows with their sound.
It's kind of like acrylic going into nature.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like how it melts like into the valley or whatever. Just very cool. It's them. Like when you listen to their music, I just feel like it's best listened to like in the middle of the mountains. I don't or like outside
It
becoming
feels so calming.
yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they just released a single too, and it's like a similar type of art too. Let me see, I'll pull it up. But it's different colors and it's a little bit more chaotic kind of. Let's see. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on, which so this is the oh dang it. Oh, it's gonna start playing, isn't it? Yikes. This is the context fearless part 1 is what sounds very rushed to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, lots going on, but very colorful, and it's like if you could turn their music into a piece of art, that's probably what would happen.
That's a very good description. I agree
Yeah.
with that, probably.
Yeah. Great, thank you. So that's that.
I'm gonna do another throwback back to our teenage years, yous and I's. Good old Taking Back Sunday, Where You Want to Be. Iconic. Can't not forget the baby with naked bum.
Yeah.
And Lonely Road. Like, no.
Can't forget the baby.
Don't put baby in the corner. Don't put baby in the crossroads. But creative, awesomely creative. I love it. Like that was one, they were kind of like genre breaking at the time when they came out too, as well. So that was huge. Like this album is iconic. Like this is like for artists that like stuff like this one, Van Halen, like these are iconic album art that bands could take notes on what to do. Not only do you want to make good music, but make an iconic album artwork to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
This was just their second album in 2004. So their first one, Tell All Your Friends, was okay. Like, that's their first album, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's simple,
Yeah.
like
It's simple.
very simple, like cool, all right, cool, all right. It's very, I would say, late 90s vibe, you know, kind of like Matchbox 20
Yeah.
ish, like that alternative rock vibe. But then their second album, which I consider their iconic album,
Mhm.
that's iconic. Like, you can't forget that.
This artwork is just like way more eye-catching.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I would pick that up over the other one for sure.
And it's not because there's a baby's bone. We are not perverts. But it's like these are things I think bands should take a note about when they're just trying to decide it. Like, you know, how well is it going to sit with people's minds and resonate with them? Like, okay, you're gonna make, you know, you're gonna make a great album. Maybe go the extra mile to do something that's gonna stick for artwork.
Mm-hmm. So your pick inspired my next one. We're throwing it back.
Yeah.
And this is Underoath.
No,
Increasing Safety.
I was gonna do that. You stole it from me.
Oh, dang it.
It's okay.
Well, we can talk about it together. You have a lot more to talk about than I do.
Love this artwork. And again, like I said, fucking iconic. That's so great.
Yeah. Like it's so captivating and you're like, what could this possibly even sound like? And this album just features like so many Underoath classics that bring back so many memories.
Yeah. I mean, and it's kind of funny, again, it's on a similar trend that this is their second album, and this is their first album. Again, it's very simple. It's just got a bridge, or not even a bridge, I'm sorry. It's like it's a city street. I don't know, maybe it's in LA, or I don't know what shit it is, but it's a city of like freeway going through it. Simple. And it's similar to Taking Back Sunday's first album. Again, very simple, late 90s-esque of it. Bare Naked Ladies, like where everyone had like a street in the background and then their name with a street going across it, you know? And this is their second album, and this is definitely the most iconic album, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most iconics for sure. I mean, still on Spotify, two songs from this are on the top 5 out of all their albums.
And they A Boy Brush Red, Living in Black, that is the spot.
Yeah. So again, that's great marketing, and whoever came up with that idea.
Yeah. Very well done.
That was exactly what I was going to bring up. I love it's still like when I think of Underoath, I think of that artwork.
Yep, I do too. It's the first thing that comes to mind.
I'll go back on the throwback train too. I'm gonna do a band Cold, and it's their second album. So again, it's the second album trend of like, all right, their first album, cool. Very few bands put out iconic first album artwork. Godsmack was like one of the few rarities. Few bands can do that. Normally, I guess it takes a second time to do it, but but that's Cold. 13 Ways to Bleed on Stage. This was a great package deal for the album artwork too. Like when you bought this thing, it was cool. The way they made the CD made it look like it was like in like a journal. Like, here we go.
Oh, that's cool.
They made it look like it was in a journal. On the back of it too, how they have the track listing, like it's taped on the back of the journal. It was dope. Again, creative, very creative. And inside of it, same thing. When you open the artwork page, it was like a scrapbook. And of photos, lyrics. Look at that. They put like tickets inside of it fake tickets from their shows in
I
there.
love that. That's so cool.
It was like someone's journal in such a creative way. Oh, and that's how they did their lyrics. They wrote in there like someone scribbled in all this extra stuff in there. So cool.
Yeah.
Another great way of like what they included in their album. Awesome. I love this.
I really like that one. That was a good one.
Great touch. This was what I consider their breakout album. They had a lot of great hits from this. But huge, like best way of everything from presentation, even the CD. The CD was cool, like with the spider on it, like in your face logo. Great CD presentation. Great presentation on the CD, case cover, booklet, front and back. 10 out of 10. Great way to give your fans a great product.
Yeah, that's like the whole package. I
Literally everything. I always loved this when I was looking at it as a kid. Like
yeah, I
the
really
back,
like the mark listing. That's really cool.
very creative.
So fun. Okay, mine's gonna be totally different style. Another new band that we've talked about before is the Starbenders. Their
Ah,
album Love Potion. Very vibrant, very like psychedelic, very them. Yeah, like I would hang this up as a poster for sure. It
yeah,
reminds me of like
100%. That would be
those,
cool to have on vinyl. Did they put this on vinyl too?
I think so. I'm not sure, but yeah, this would be great on vinyl. It reminds me of like the like concert posters back in the
Yeah,
day, in like the 60s, 70s.
that would be cool as a special edition poster, like a velvet poster.
Oh yes, that would be amazing.
And the stars, they can make them actually glitter and stuff, like
Hmm.
sparkle. That would be dope. Ideas, ideas, Starbender.
Yeah, let me hit them up on IG after this. Yeah, their whole vibe is so cool. 10 out of 10. Love that album cover.
I really hope they do like a special velvet. I have a couple velvet posters that was like, nah, this is cool. So that would be that's the first thing I think of. They do that.
Perfect artwork for a velvet poster, and I feel like that fits their brand so well too.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Next one I'm gonna go into is Limpbizkit, Throwback City, yo. Hells yeah.
Okay, let's.
And this
You
was
know,
their
I thought about doing them, so I'm glad you did it.
I mean, it's talking about their largest album. Like,
Yep, that's the one I was gonna do.
yo. Let's talk about this.
That's what I was gonna do.
How iconic is this album art? Like, come on, yo. A bunch of fucking random, like, alien looking dudes with wieners and chocolate starfish.
Yeah.
And I love the CD. Like, the CD artwork was sick.
You just like cannot. It doesn't get better than that.
And it was like when I look at actually the similarities to the way they did it with Red Hot Chili Peppers and their older albums like this, and that they were, I remember the people were talking about how similar it was to it, but it was great. Here we go. Damn, someone went all out about the cassette too.
Dang.
But yeah, this was classic. I inside of it, if I remember correctly, the the photo pamphlet was all right. It was very simple. It wasn't like it just had like the lyrics, I think some pictures in there and whatnot. But nothing like how Cole did it, like above and beyond with what they were giving you.
Mm-hmm.
The
They were
back,
like, this cover art speaks for itself. That's all you get.
yeah, the back in the studio, probably the studio they were recording it at. Simple. I can't remember. I think that's pretty much what they had inside of it for the artwork. But just the album art right there, fucking clutch, iconic. Again, something so great. Someone took a thought to it. They were probably drunk, high. Like you grab this as a kid, you're like, yes. You were the coolest kid in the world to have this in your hand
Yeah,
during that time period.
I didn't have it. I wasn't cool.
And I did like this too, the cartoons characters they had on the side.
Yeah, that's cool.
Iconic.
That's iconic. Okay, mine's gonna go way back. Well, not way back, but further than Limpbizkit. And we're gonna go with some Scorpions. Love
Yes. Whoa. I do
Like-
not remember this.
like honestly, what is going on here? It's just it's eye-catching. Also, you're like, what the hell is going on?
Wow. I'm surprised this hasn't been brought up on like some crazy far left talk grant about it, because people are on a kick about talking things from the past and how they're
Problematic.
yeah, exactly. So wow, I'm really surprised this artwork has not been up for discussion
Yeah.
for people like, oh, we gotta ban this artwork. No, this album art, no, this is horrible.
I mean, really don't see anything. Everything's covered by the freaking bubble gum. So crazy.
Yeah, that's gnarly. I would want to buy that in vinyl, actually. That'd be so cool to have in vinyl.
Yeah, this would be a good one. I wanted to do a Scorpions one. I love the inside of the Scorpions World live, but I don't like the cover. Like the cover is very cheesy to me, but the inside's cool because it has a bunch of live shots.
Yeah,
This cover makes up for it for sure.
yeah. That I have a few Scorpion vinyls, and they're just it has one of them has like a giant scorpion on it, and then the other one, I believe, it's a guy in front of a girl, and definitely looks like she's going to be giving him a blowjob. This is definitely eye catching.
Yeah. You're welcome for that one.
I'll go throwback too as well. This was my hands down favorite, still is my favorite one, Megadeath, Hangar 18.
Yeah.
Love that album and love the artwork for it. Classic. I think their best artwork ever. Maybe no, Countdown to Extinction was great too. But this artwork was fucking perfect. Again, I'm sorry, rest in peace. That was a bad metal moment. Hangar 18, the song, but rest in peace. Oh my God, this is so perfect in every sense. This is considered what everyone does consider this their best album. I just finished reading the book on the Rest in Peace anniversary, and how he talked about the whole writing process behind it. But this was perfect. Everything catchy. Got this weird, creepy alien, corporates, government officials in the background.
Yeah.
Everything strong, and it goes with the whole album too. And then after reading the book on it, it definitely understand why he did it. Like he even talked about like Holy Wars was when he was going on tour. I think it was the Monsters of Rock tour out in Europe when they did it. And I forgot what country they were in. I think they were like in Sweden or Norway or something like that. And there was a huge people who were Catholic and non-religious were fighting, and there was like friction between the two, religious and non-religious, and so he wrote a song about it, Holy Wars. But so iconic. You can't.
Wasn't the anniversary like recent?
Yeah, it was last year. I think it was their 20th. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was anniversary last year because the book came out last year. Remember that. But Countdown to Extinction was great too. Those two are their best Hanger Countdown. I think their best album cover ever for both of them. That's great too.
Yeah.
But then after that, they just got. I think this is where a good explanation showing of how things got corny. Like they just like this one. I think is kind of very. I don't know. It feels corny.
It looks like
Firstly,
a screenshot from a movie, and they just like
yeah.
slapped their logo on there.
Oh, this one was great too. Peace Sales, but Who's Buying? Great album. That's a great album artwork too. So that was great. I like that. But after Countdown, that's when they got really. I didn't care for this one either. Warheads on Foreheads, the movie cover. Like,
Yeah.
they just started losing it, and they just went a little over the top.
I think it's like the style, like that's way too clean. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
it
call.
looks like a photo, whereas like
Yeah,
they're more like paintings, I guess. Or
here we
what-
go. Here's like a list of them and stuff like that. Yeah, it just wasn't. They after Countdown, it turned me off on it. But that's just my personal opinion.
Mhm. So I've
I can say the
wrote-
same thing for Iron Maiden. Like they got crazy with their artwork and just kind of lost me.
they have a lot of good stuff though, but yeah, they did the same thing. So I'm out of albums, so I'm gonna share another single, but really just an artist in general that does good art, which is the Moon City Masters. They have kind of like a 70s rock vibe, but this was their artwork for Where You Want to Run To. And all their single covers are like this style, and I love that it's literally a photo of or like a illustration of them.
Yeah, that is so 70s and it's on point.
So yeah, and it's just so them. Like it's so good. It's so eye-catching, and it just goes with like, because this is literally them. Like it's just like
Chest hair and all.
yeah, like fully them. And they just released a song today, the Starstruck. So this is the artwork. It's very, but I loved that one where they're actually in the artwork because it looks exactly like them. And I'm pretty sure they're one of their girlfriends. She's on Instagram as Otter Pops. I'm pretty sure she's the one who did this. And she's crazy talented and did illustrations for like MTV and stuff. And she does a lot of rock and roll inspired illustrations. But yeah, this one just blew me away. And they're
Yeah.
just like, I mean, they have what, 11K followers now. So like they're not that big yet. And I feel like that's pretty freaking impressive artwork.
God, that chest hair photo.
I love it. It's my favorite. So good.
I'll finish off with one more. I'll go back to this is the only album artwork I honestly liked from them, even like their first two albums. It's gonna be Bullet for My Valentine. Their first two albums, I felt they were corny. I won't even lie. Like, even though the first EP was still like it was just an EP, but
Yeah.
like for even Poison's a great album. Great album. It's like we'll consider their best album ever. But I didn't even like it. I thought it was personally. I even thought it was corny.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not into that.
and it felt a little cheesy, but the album's so iconic. And even their EP before that, I think it's Four Words Choke On. There it is. Hand of Blood. There we go. Even then, again, the cartoon artwork.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it gave me like that like those kids that are way too into anime. Like I didn't like it, but again, the songs are banging though. But my favorite artwork, and the album's all right, but the artwork is on point. It's Fever.
Yeah, I guess you can have killer artwork and that
Oh,
all.
not Fever, sorry. Wrong one. Not this one. I don't like this one. I got my names mixed up. I'm getting all
You
my
got
names.
things on the brain.
There's so many albums, there's so much music, you know? I'm looking slightly for it on Spotify. Because it's actually probably one of my least favorite albums, I won't lie. But I did like the artwork. So
Right.
that's Temper Temper. Yeah. So it's a kind of a 50-50 thing here. I like the artwork, but I don't like it's my least favorite album. But
Yeah,
I
this is
like this.
probably compared to the two you just showed, this is way better.
Like this is really catching. Like if I was interested, like, whoa, I liked it. It's simple. It has their name, and then it has a really cool photographic photo of bloody hands. That's great. I think that's on point. Great
Mhm.
seller, great catchy. But the album was all right. Like I think this is the track listing in the back. No, it's not. But like Temper's on there, the title track for it. But it was okay. I think that's probably my least favorite one of Bullet's album, but the artwork is my favorite of theirs, hands down.
Yeah, the artwork is way better than the
10
other
out of
two.
10.
Yeah.
This is their new from their previous album. I didn't care about Stewart either for this one. This is their Gravity album. I liked it more than I thought, but it went a little artsy on me.
Hmm.
Very artsy.
Yeah, I'd have to hear the album to decide if I like feel like it's a good fit. Like I don't hate it. I feel like the
It does fit their just because they changed up a little bit on this album. Um for this is album 6. But so it kind of matches that tone.
okay.
But
The
that
the album cover for Temper just makes them look like a more established band. Like the
yeah,
previous ones look like they're like an amateur band that put their artwork work together themselves. You know?
yeah. Because I remember like it was great when the album came out, when Poison came out, because all these things I hate about you, Revolver Romeo, whatever. Um, that was blowing up on MTV, but I was just like, it felt corny. Like this, the guns and Bullet for My Valentine. It just felt
Yeah.
so Chad, so Chad. But they weren't a Chad band. They totally were not a Chad band. They were not a butt rock band like that.
Mhm.
Like all their songs are so thrashy
Mhm.
and great. This whole album's in drop C and like riff city song after song after song, so great. Oh, there it is, enhanced CD. I remember
Yeah.
those days. Maybe we'll tell you when you're older, kids. Yeah,
I do like the back of that though. Like
that's
the,
cool.
if
Kind of
the
like
front reflected that a little bit better, I think it would have been nicer. But
I just thought this was corny, like guns stuff,
mhm.
cartoon, like, yeah, it was too much. Too much.
And
Album, great
also,
album, not a great choice for the artwork. Personal taste.
yeah, the album cover like tied into the band name like makes it all look like one logo. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, but those are artworks we chose of stuff that has stuck out. There's thousands and millions of artwork out there, and I know we've not even touched on all of them. Maybe I have
Oh,
to do a round 2 because I even know like other stuff, 9 Inch Nails, a bunch of other stuff. That Kid Rock, hell yeah, freaking bought that with smoking a cigar. Fucking, that's a great album cover. That's great. Fucking on point. Whatever you think about Kid Rock, I don't care. That's a great album cover.
true.
So maybe we'll have to do a part two with the guest speaker, and we talk about their favorite album covers too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good idea. Food for thought. But it's time because more stuff has came out. Show and tell.
Show and tell.
So a lot of new music. I'm stoked on it. You can go first, over.
Okay. I am presenting Aryon Jones, Mercy, live from Nashville. This guy freaking rips.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Wait, is your sound on?
No, she did not.
Haha. Caught it.
Well,
We're semi-professional people. Semi-professional. Hey.
He's so good. He's on a ton of festivals, so if you like this, you'll probably see him at a festival.
Yeah. This reminds me of Johnny Lang.
Yeah.
Bluesy rock.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Johnny Lang is, take a look. Phenomenal blues rock player.
Definitely a bluesy rock vibe.
He's from Nashville?
I don't know if he's from Nashville. He just like released a live from Nashville album. Yeah, he's really good. I think he has a full album out and then this live from Nashville too.
That's cool. I like this. He sounds really good live.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Hit that wall, bro. Hit that wall.
I know. This came out today, and I've liked this song a lot before, but this is oh my god, this is fire. There's too much of it. It's trouble.
Is he considered country? Or is he considered like an alternative for like a bluesy rock, hard rock bluesy guy?
I would say more rock.
But what is he considered though? That's the question. What is the music industry labeling him as? Because unfortunately, that's a big thing. Like if it's kind of like the two labels. Two labels you do not, unless you really want to. That's your choice. But it's kind of like almost a label of death. You don't want to be labeled as a Christian band.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be, unless you want to be labeled a Christian band. That's all on you. But like
everything on Spotify is like very rock leaning.
Yeah, because it's like again, if you're labeled as a country artist, and you're like, oh well, I'm on the country music channel.
Yeah, he's on the Rock This playlist, Rock Hard, Dirty Rock, Rock.
Oh yeah, Dirty Rock. I actually love that. That playlist is great.
Yep.
I dig him.
Yeah, he's really cool. Check out his stuff.
I'm gonna do. Finally, they have came out, and I have tickets for them for their sold out show here in LA in October, and that is Jinjer. I am so excited they came out with new music. I am vibing with it. It is totally them. They've been teasing new music this whole time. They always infuse this very soul, funky vibe in their music, and then come in with just out of nowhere gnarly vocals and breakdowns. Very gnarly riffs, but then out of nowhere,
yep.
Such a talented vocalist. So amazing. I love Tatiana. These guys have like rightfully earned their spot in the metal world. So talented. From bands that go from here to hear. Fucking skill. Amazing. This is everything. This song is everything that Jinjer is. 100%.
All right. This song's gonna be definitely a different vibe, but keeping it in the same lead female category. Meet Me at the Altar. They're like a pop punk band.
It sounds familiar. Why do they sound familiar?
They've been in like, I feel like they've gotten a lot of press and just have been blowing up recently. I might have actually talked about them before too.
Oh yeah, this is so pop punk. God, this is so Warped Tour. It's Warped Tour.
Yes.
This is a Warped Tour band. Whenever that comes back, they need to be on Warped Tour.
I have no doubt that if it does, it will be.
All Time Low, Simple Plan, everything.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm not thinking it's gonna be it.
Oh, if Warped Tour was the song, this is it. Which is good. This is totally it.
Yeah.
I wish they would cut back to the arcade they're in more though, instead of this cartoon stuff. Because that's cool. That's such a cool set piece wherever they're doing it at. That's dope. That's so cool. I dig it. Is that the record company? That's what they're called? Fueled by Ramen is the record?
Yeah, Fueled by Ramen is the record label.
That's so dope. That's a great name too. I like the music video besides the cartoon. Like maybe they did it once in a while. Like I like that whole arcade theme they have going on there. But the cartoon, I was like, go back to the arcade. Arcade's cooler.
Cool. But I think they could have done more of the arcade setting. It like speaks for itself.
Or like entwined it of them like playing it and like them getting sucked into a game and stuff like that.
That would be cool.
Idea. Just idea. Mine. Talked about them already, and they're back. It's Bullet for My Valentine. Their brand new song they just released today. Knives, and I'm so happy. It's like everyone's like, oh my God, they're back for their heavy shit again. And it's not this app.
Something about
It's
building
not?
a business said.
Morning. But it comes in right off the bat, heavy, great riff, drop B tuning, heavy. Matt's grown his hair out again. There's even a comment on it. It was like down here saying went to that.
This song makes me want to drink an orange juice after I brush my teeth.
There was a comment I saw that says Matt grew his hair back, so they grew their metal back.
Maybe we should do an episode on like best YouTube comments on music videos.
Yes. All right. But I love this. This album's great. This song is great. What a great introduction they've had since their last album they released. And it's a big change from their last album for sound wise. Yeah, Gravity came out, their last album, 2018, 3 years ago. So this is a good long awaited return for Bullet. And this was so dropped out of sudden, or they kind of teased it like maybe 2 days ago. Nothing for the entire year. The lead singer, band members, their social medias have been kind of quiet. The band's social media has been only posting stuff like sparingly, just like, oh, remember this back then at this festival and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then 2 days ago, they teased stuff and everyone figured it was gonna be a first single, and yeah, it was. But great marketing, don't tell anybody anything until 2 days out.
Yeah.
That was
That
good.
definitely builds up hype.
Yeah, I wish more bands did that. That's great. That's great marketing. Don't fucking overhype your own singles. Like do it week out, something like that. And I also love when for their albums they've always done. They don't release a shitload of singles. They release like 2,
Yeah.
literally 2, and then wait for the album to come out.
You're definitely hardcore. Only release a few singles. Like, don't overdo it.
Yes, I hate it. It's like again, like going on a date and you're dating someone who just like is emotionally clingy to you and gives you everything right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like there's no suspense, there's no build up, Like come on, open things up to me, Be like an ogre, like onions, layers.
That's funny.
But great episode of album covers. What are your favorite album covers? I still say we should do a number 2 on this one because there's so many ones that I want to talk about. Alice in Chains, Facelift, some great ones there. Guns N' Roses, iconic, their first album. Can never forget about that one. Metallica, all of it. There's so many.
There's some really good ones.
Ted Nugent. I love Ted Nugent. Cat Scratch Fever. He's just like, wow.
Next time I'll have to go through my record collection and pick out some good covers.
Next time, round two. Thank you guys for watching. Maybe we'll go check out and buy those albums that we recommend because they're all banger albums too, for the most part.
True.
So, take care.